a little bit of a mid-morning update. We're having a cracking sail, doing anywhere from sort of 8s to 10s. You see 11, 12, sometimes back down to 7s, but yeah, you can see we're nearly maintaining sort of 9, 10 there now, mid-9s. We've got about 15 knots of breeze from about 120. This is just bringing it just forward of the beam. Apparent wind angle's about 84, 80, 85. And yeah, we've got about 15 knots of true breeze. But we are having a cracking sail. We left Tahuata yesterday afternoon. Around about 4 o'clock, and we've been making really good time. We've averaged nearly 9 knots since departing, and yeah, we've got great conditions. Pretty much what was forecast. Forecast was sort of 12 to 16 knots, and that's what we've got. And you can see this girl is loving it. She really loves these conditions. And yeah, we left with a full rig. It was a bit lighter when we left, so we left with a full main. But just after sunset, the breeze started to fill in a little bit. We sort of had 12 to 14s to begin with, and then it started to fill in to sort of, 15 to 18. So we threw 2 tucks in the main, and last night we had three reefs furled on the headsail, and we were still really rocketing along, making great time. It seems when you got the breeze on the beam with this boat, it's really hard to slow it down. So again, we've just reduced the rig to take the loads off the boat, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. We have the back of the sheeting points here on the main hull are soft spots. There's creases in the deck there, so we've got to take it really easy and just look after the old girl. She is pretty beaten up, and yeah, it's just a matter of just keeping an eye on the boat and sailing it to the conditions, and that means not pushing her, means looking after her, which you should do anyway. Even if your boat's you got a brand new boat and it's as solid as a rock, which this boat is. Structurally the boat's sound, it's just the sheeting points, and it's not like anything happens. It's just you get a little bit of movement inside, and yes, anyway, we just take it really easy. The boat's got to carry us a lot further yet. We're about halfway across the Pacific, and we've got a long way to go, so we've got to take it easy. We've got to look after the old girl, and then she'll look after us. That's how it works. It's like all things in life. Look after your car, it'll last forever. Look after your health, well, then you got the best chance of lasting a good and fruitful life. But yeah, no, everything's going great. We're having an awesome sail. But it is tough, Got a nice groundswell rolling in here. You definitely can't see it on the video. You never really see it on the video, but yeah, there's a good, occasionally I'd say, like I'm just dipping to the horizon, and I'm definitely 2 meters above the water, so I'd say it's a good 2 meter groundswell rolling in. But yeah, I'm sure you can't see it on the video. It probably looks lovely. And it is. We've just got, starts of whitecaps, so I'll zoom in. And yeah, you can see, so that's sort of telling us we've got, 16s. And yeah, it's just spectacular. A little bit of cloud, which is showing us that we're in some pretty stable pressure. And it'll be like this pretty much all the way there. We've got about another 300 mile to go. We've done nearly 200 miles, so yeah, we're really cracking on. But it is tough, I think it's something that people don't really talk about much. You see the photos and videos of all the beaches and lovely anchorages, and you know, it always looks so exotic and beautiful, and it is, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. And the lifestyle's really rewarding. But you work hard to get there. You know, we did 5 months of really hard work to get the boat to a state where it was seaworthy, and that's not even everything fixed. You know, that's just the boat to a condition where it was ready to sail back to Australia, where we'll fix everything. So there was 5 months of hard work, you know, rewiring the 24 volt, the 12 volt systems, yeah, redoing plumbing and resealing every hatch, resealing the windows. Yeah, it's just a lot of work, lashing all the nets, having them all stitched, fitting the solar panels, going over all the rigging, fitting these second-hand sails. You know, a lot of splicing, a lot of rope shackles that I've had to make. You can see here what I've done with these rope shackles, because that pad eye down there is cracked, so I've increased the purchase here. It was normally 2 to 1, and yeah, we've increased it 4 to 1, and that takes a lot of load off this line here, which takes load off the pad eye down the bottom. And then when conditions are a little bit stronger, we'll put the windward preventer on, and then that'll just help deload the main sheet a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of work involved to get the boat here, and it is tough, you know, like, yeah, I didn't sleep much last night, float every 20 minutes. The chamfer panel of this boat, you know, the main hull is really narrow, but just about a foot above the water, it comes up, the chamfer panel, and it goes out about a foot. So you've got this area that really, you know, about every 20 minutes the boat cops a really good slap. And of course you're trying to sleep and you get, you know, it feels like you've been hit by a bus. You wake up, so you have broken sleep. Cloudy has had about 5 hours sleep this morning. She did watch until about 4 in the morning, which is crazy. But she was pretty awake, she couldn't sleep, so she sat up. And then I came on at 4. It's now just before midday. I'll stay on till about 6 o'clock tonight. Hopefully she can get some more rest this afternoon. But yeah, you work hard, so it's really rewarding. Once you get to the anchorage and you put the anchor down, you give the boat a rinse, you get rid of all the salt water. And the main reason we do that is so that we don't, I think in some of the other videos I've said it, so we don't carry salt into the bed and all around the boat, you know. Salt doesn't dry, it attracts moisture. And yeah, it's pretty much our enemy number one. You know, it creates all the corrosion, and yeah, it creates like quite a wet interior. But once you get that anchor down, it feels really rewarding, and it's definitely, yeah, it definitely is what we like about this lifestyle. You know, it's one of those lifestyles that you work really hard for it. But, you know, the rewards are amazing. You get to cruise really remote places of the world, and you get to live fairly free. You know, there's nothing out here. We can turn the autopilot any direction we want and go anywhere we want. And, yeah, it's quite liberating. And, you know, we make our own power, we make our own water. There's no monthly bills. And, you know, we own the boat, you know, apart from the registration that we pay each year, which is a few $100s to the Malaysian government, because the boat's registered in Langkawi. Yeah, so apart from that, there's no, you know, there's no council rates or government taxes, or, yeah, it's just a very free and liberating way to live, but you work really hard for it. You know, you have to maintain. I spent a solid 2 days underwater, you know, just snorkeling on the main hull, cleaning the main hull before we left. And when we get to the Tuamotus, I'm going to have to give the hull a little wipe every week, you know, just to keep it maintained. It's like mowing your lawn. And yeah, the more often you do it, the easier it is. And yeah, just those sort of things. And yeah, but I don't think too many people talk about it in their videos, so I just thought I'd bring them up and yeah, just sort of share some of the things that yeah, that go into living this sort of lifestyle. Anyway, I'm sure that's enough of my blah blah today. I'll give you a nice little view out the back of the boat for a while. But as always, we send everyone our best. And yeah, thank you very much for all your comments. We really enjoy hearing from everyone. And yeah, thank you very much. It makes our day reading all your comments. So thanks for taking the time to send us all those positive words. All right, everyone, all the best and cheers from Spirit.